Welcome to Heartbeat of Holliston, where we bring you the stories and people that make Holliston a great place to live. I'm Jeye.
And I'm Chryso, Lawless.
October was an exciting month in Holliston. We will tell you about two first-time events, the SEPAC Trunk or Treat and the Walk for Hope. And you will see the fun at the annual Historical Society Oktoberfest. Our guests tonight are Gina Stucchi from Holliston Drug and Alcohol Coalition and Dinehart from the Washington Street Players. We also have an update on Holliston natives Christa Preston and Condon and their work in Uganda. Let's get this show going.
Okay. Have you noticed the white lawn signs with the number 2069 all over town? Gina Stucchi from Holliston Drug and Alcohol Awareness Coalition is here to tell us what they mean. Welcome, Gina.
Hi. How are you? Thanks for having me.
So what are those signs about?
So the signs actually were started in a church in Wrentham. The Trinity Church in Wrentham started it. I mean, it's just such a simple idea, right? Hashtag 2069. 2069 is the number of people in just Massachusetts who have died of an opiate overdose in 2016.
In 1 year?
In 1 year. Just in Massachusetts.
That's fatality.
That's not. Yeah. And that number actually, we found out recently that it's higher than that, but at the time that was the number, so hopefully it's less this year. But so the church in Wrentham had started this simple idea of hashtag 2069, and it got there was a article, I think it was in the Globe, and someone had shared it with me because of HDAC, and we ended up getting in touch with one of the people at the Franklin Coalition. It's called the SAFE Coalition in Franklin, and said, how do we get involved in this? This is awesome, and it's so simple, and and it took off like wildfire. I think all the Facebook pages were asking, where do I get these signs? What do these signs mean? And so it was overwhelming, but it was really nice to see the community kind of come around the issue, and I still have a few signs left, but I believe we gave out just about 300.
Wow.
So, and because of the Holliston signs, the reach actually started to go into other towns that are local. So we had a woman in Hopkinton who took over and did a bunch of the Hopkinton signs in Ashland. So who knows? We were trying to get a count for what the number truly was, but I think it's over 700 or 800 at this point between all of them. So
yeah. That's a great campaign. And so are you going to, once they're gone this time at this point, right?
Yeah, we kept buying more, and we actually had a couple businesses and an individual from Holliston that donated generously so that the signs could be paid for and that people didn't have to make donations. There were a couple people that ended up making donations in between those big contributors. So, but for the most part, we were just so happy that people wanted to be a part of the recognition, the awareness of it. So, yeah, it was definitely a good way to go.
That's where it all starts.
It really does.
Awareness.
It's the grassroots.
That it's, even in our lovely little community, we have to be aware.
Very aware. Well, I was really happy to see that the first people that were begging, and they kept saying, are they here yet? It was the police station, the fire station as well, and then the town hall. So it was, when you have those major stakeholders in the community that want to support awareness around an issue, then it helps bring down the stigma around it for the entire community. So it was definitely a well-spent money.
Yeah. So what's changed since you started HDAC in 2015? The changes in substance abuse? What's been happening?
Wow. Well, since we started HDAC, there's been a lot of change in the government. The role that the government plays, especially in Massachusetts. Obviously, we're almost always the leaders, and for the rest of the country when it comes to these public health things. They have changed the number of pills you can get prescribed in specific cases. Also, if you are prescribed, say, 50 pills for some type of a surgery, you can tell the pharmacist that you only want a portion of those, and to keep yourself safe, or if you have a history of addiction in your family or kids that are in the house for whatever reason that you want to be smart about it and not have the extra pills around. So there's just numerous changes. There's I'm like trying to think of all of them. There's classes the doctors have to pass now as well, and I believe there's some for nurses too. I don't want to quote exactly what it is, but it's more of like an opiate and addiction awareness strategy for them, because a lot of doctors and nurses never had that training because it wasn't such a prevalent issue in society. So there's a lot of changes, and they are opening more detox facilities and long-term sober houses and things like that. So it's a long process to make change. Like, you know, this is not something we were expecting. So, yeah.
Because it takes, you know, you have to sort of fight it on every front.
Absolutely.
Prevention and treatment, both.
Yes.
Preventing it, that's this awareness, especially with the doctors and the nurses, the prescribers, they have to be aware first.
Yes,
and
true.
So to reduce the number of cases, and then for the people who have a problem with addiction, they need to have resources.
Right.
They're not. Nobody can beat it on their own.
Right. Very rarely. Yes.
Yeah. I can't imagine that anybody even could.
Right.
Even the most, you know, determined person couldn't. And they deserve the help.
It's a disease,
and
so
they need the help and deserve it.
Yeah.
That's right. Right.
You had a seminar last week. You did a joint seminar. What was that about?
So HDAC and the PTO had sponsored Dr. Ruth Pote, and she was outstanding. I mean, I was hanging on every word that she was saying. I don't know, you guys, and thanks to HCAT, a lot of people got to watch it from home, which we found was an overwhelming positive response from that. I mean,
I did that.
I was thinking, yeah, a lot of people did, and at first we were a little, you know, we felt bad that there weren't a lot of people in the audience, but I said, let's see how many people watched it online. And I think when you have that option, I mean, this is the new world now. You know, we watched it. We don't want to get up while I get off your couch. And you can watch the rerun with your kids, which is exactly what I made my kids watch it when the next night. And also, I mean, I was thinking, well, someday maybe people can ask questions and we can use them as the question part, you know, in the lives. But it was awesome. She talked about the different factors for addiction. She talked about how different drugs affect dopamine. I mean, she talked about I say iPhone, but phone and electronic addiction as well, and a lot about marijuana and the changes that are happening, and you know, what happens to teenagers' brains when they use substances, the chances of becoming an addict. If you don't use your first substance until you're 24, I think she said, then your chance of becoming an addict is basically nil. So if you can hold off, you know, if you can just keep your kids from using a substance, an addictive substance that long, and you can, you know, just a lot of communication with your children. If people that haven't watched it that are at home, they should watch it. It's so good.
Well,
it is. It is hands down.
Because she mentioned even cigarettes, I think, in that. And she, you know, the nicotine,
vaping,
that it was.
So it sounds like there's a lot of dangerous things that people don't consider dangerous, like vaping and like marijuana.
There's a lot of confusion around the vaping because, as she was saying, the vaping, a lot of kids, and I know this for a fact because my daughter said it too, and other parents have asked me, the vaping liquid, is it true that it doesn't have nicotine in it, they say, or is it really just for the flavor? And Dr. Pote had said that many of these cartridges, the kids are buying online, they're buying from China, it's coming from India and China, she said, are the most common, and they actually have formaldehyde in them and other chemicals, and of course they have nicotine in them because the idea
how else would they
getting you addicted? Right. I mean, that's every business is in the business of getting you addicted to their product, whether it's the, you know,
Doritos or
it doesn't a car company. I mean, it's all, you know, a repeat customer, and so if you have that little edge of sneaking a little addictive substance in there, I mean, let's be honest. So it was the information was so valuable. I am so happy that we were able to do that with the PTO.
So can you tell us when do you meet and how can people get involved in HDAC?
So HDAC actually meets tonight, and it's the second Tuesday of every month, and at 6:30 at the Holliston Police Station. I'm sorry, the Holliston Fire Department. I don't even know where I said that. The Holliston Fire Department, the second Tuesday of every month at 6:30. All are welcome. We're having, you know, our membership kind of goes down, especially this time of year and in the summer too, because people are away. We are, just about to put together our strategic plan for the community after doing a full assessment. For 2 years, this is, we've been assessing the community and really digging in. We have a consultant helping us too. So we're at a point where we really need as much feedback from the community as possible. So if anyone is interested in becoming a member, just show up.
All right.
Every month.
Okay.
Second Tuesday.
Well, thank you, Gina,
Thank
for your
you.
commitment
Thank you so much.
to a healthy
Thank
future
you.
for everybody here in Holliston.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you can watch the entire seminar on the HCAT YouTube page and on our video on demand, as well as our regular TV channels.
A partner in achieving a safe and drug-free community is our police department. On October 12th, the Holliston Police Department reached a milestone by becoming one of 61 departments in the state to receive accreditation from the Massachusetts Police Accreditation Commission. This means that our department of 23 officers, 4 full-time dispatchers, 3 part-time dispatchers, 1 administrative assistant, and 16 auxiliary police officers has met the highest standards in the state. This ensures that the delivery of their service to us is at the best level of professionalism, integrity, and practices. Among the areas evaluated were training, patrol and traffic operations, victim and witness assistance, and emergency response planning. Special thanks goes to the accreditation manager, Lieutenant Craig Denman, whose hard work and commitment to this project made it possible.
The two first-time events centering on children occurred in October, too. The Walk for Hope and Trunk or Treat. October is National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. Did you know that 1 in 4 women face pregnancy and infant loss? Sarah Hill and Noelle Kokev organized the Walk for Hope to raise awareness about this all too common but largely unspoken issue.
Hi everybody, thanks for coming out today to walk with us. We are here at the first Walk of Hope here in Holliston, Massachusetts. My name is Sarah Hill and I am a Holliston resident. I am also co-chair of this walk this year and I am happy to be supporting such an amazing event. October is National Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month and we're hoping to get people to come out here today to end the taboo and to talk about this. This is not something that is traditionally talked about and we're hoping to change that. We hope to support the women and the families in these communities in Metro West so they have somewhere to turn to and someone to talk to when they themselves lose a child or a pregnancy. This year's event is a free event and we're hoping to get everyone to come out here and walk with us. We're expecting about 250 people this year and we hope to get everyone out on the walk and to talk and to make friends and to, embrace their losses and to talk more with other women and other men and other families who have gone through the same thing. For more information on how to help us with next year's upcoming event, you can either find us on Facebook, The Walk of Hope. You can find myself, Sarah Hill, on Instagram, SH Boston, or you can find my other co-chair, Noelle Coker, on Facebook. Thanks again.
As you can see, this truly was a family event with strollers, kids, and bubbles. They plan to hold another walk in 2018 to continue this campaign. Back to you, Ann.
Another initial event was Trunk or Treat, held in the Placentino parking lot. This fundraiser was sponsored by Holliston's Special Education Parent Advisory Council, or SEPAC. Their mission is to provide a network of support for parents with access to information, regulations, and laws. They also support educational opportunities for children with special needs. Let's check out the decorated car trunks and kids in costume.
Trunk or treat!
Hi, I'm Melissa Casper, and tonight I'm reporting from the SEPAC Trunk or Treat. We're going to talk to some board members and show you all about this important event and this important organization in our community.
So this is a SEPAC, or
Special Education Parent Advisory Council fundraising event. We've had a few throughout the year, but this is really one of our first big ones, and I'm very excited about it because it's a whole community event. Everybody can participate. Some of the things that the SEPAC raises money for is we do monthly parent education training workshops. There's also some grants available for parents or even teachers if they need specific things for children with special needs. And additionally, some community events that we would run free of charge for our special education community. The money that we're raising actually goes directly right back into the special education community. So again, it's for like monthly trainings. We have people that come in and that might do some specific trainings. You can check out our Facebook page, and every month we have something different. Or, again, a parent could apply for a grant if they need something, for example, like a weighted blanket or some sensory items, or a classroom teacher if they have a specific need in that classroom for something that could help a student with special needs. Then we could also provide some money for that. So I'm the fundraising coordinator, and my thought was I really wanted to have a fun, whole community event that everybody could come and enjoy. And I love Halloween, so I thought, what's better than having something for the kids? I had never heard of a trunk or treat, and when I did hear of it, I thought it was a great event. Holliston's a very creative community, and obviously you can see that people have really come all out, decorating their trunks, and the kids are having a ball. The main message that I want to get out is Holliston SEPAC is a special education parent advisory council. So we're really here to help parents in any way. Even if your child has a 504 plan, or they just need some reading help, or they're on an IEP and you're just trying to figure out, what does this mean? How can I decipher all of this stuff? So any questions, that's why we're here. We can help with all of that stuff to kind of decipher all of that tough language and the nitty-gritty of the IEPs, and it's really available to anybody that they have a special education, they have an IEP or a 504. It's a parent organization, so we are all parents, we all have children with special needs, and we all are just trying to, at the end of the day, we're moms, and we're just trying to do what's good by our kids and what's good for the community.
First of all, as a teacher, many of us have integrated classrooms, and therefore we service some of the students who this trunk or treat event was created for their families. Their parents really created the event. We are so happy to be here and help them grow, both socially and in their relationships with their classmates and academically. So it was, when the invite was there, I thought it was a great time to enjoy a Saturday evening with my children. When they feel safe with a teacher, then they feel great about coming to school for the rest of the week. The SEPAC is really to build relationships with families who have special needs children. And so anytime that you develop a comfort, whether it's a comfort with each other as parents or whether it's comfort with the people in the school, then you develop the capacity for their children to do better.
For Heartbeat of Holliston, I'm Melissa Caspern.
Thanks, Melissa, for that report on a successful and fun event. There were 25 cars, and SEPAC raised $1,100. I'm sure that next year will be even bigger.
Holliston's theater company, the Washington Street Players, have another show coming up. Here's director Karen Dinehart to tell us about it. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you. Our next play is called Short and Sweet. We named it that because we have 7 short plays and they're all sweet. So some of them are very funny, some of them are poignant. So we decided to put them all together. I had a collection of plays that I really enjoyed by Jack Neary, who's a fabulous local playwright. He's from the Lowell area. And we've done shows of his before. Jerry Finnegan's Sister was one of them. It's really, really funny. But the 5 plays in his collection weren't quite long enough for what I wanted to do, so I took 2 other plays that I knew from another local playwright named Rick Park and put them together and then renamed it Short and Sweet. So we're going to be doing that as dinner theater. It's been requested from a lot of people in the community that we do that again.
Oh, good.
We did a dinner theater 5 years ago called 10 Minutes at a Time. And it is going to be at Anthony's on the Green at the golf course here in Holliston. So people can have dinner and drinks and relax and then enjoy the show as well.
Wow, it sounds like a really good evening out.
It does, yeah. Lots of fun.
Right here in town. Yeah. So you must have a lot of actors if you've got like 10 different plays.
Well, it's 7 this time.
7.
Last time we had 10.
Yep.
And last time we had 30 actors. And I was producing and directing in that, and it was a little overwhelming. So we decided to pare it down this time. We have 12 actors this time, most of which play more than one role.
Okay. Sure.
There's a couple that only play one, but a lot of them play different ones. So it's nice for them to get a little bit more, because they're so short. It's a small venue too, so the 30 actors was a little tight. So.
Are there any Holliston people in the cast?
There are a couple, yes. Rob Murphy and Alessandra Horton. I think those are the only 2 from Holliston.
Okay.
Yeah, but we have people from Milford and Ashland and Framingham. So,
how do people get involved in Washington Street Players?
They often hear of us or know about us because they've been in shows before, or they see it online. We do a lot of advertising on Facebook and on a website called Theater 411. All the community theaters will place their auditions on that. So we get a lot of people from that as well, and then hopefully retain them and they keep doing shows with us. As it turns out, there is not any new people in this show, which is unusual. Usually we have at least 1 or 2 people that have never worked with us before, but all 12 of these people have.
So what other things have you got going? I heard you have a scholarship program now.
Yes, we last year we reinstated our scholarship fund, and we did a fundraiser called Holliston Loves Broadway, and we also had that at the golf course. And we had a bunch of very talented singers performing. And we raised $1,500 doing that. And then the Holliston Scholarship Foundation matched our funds, so we were able to give a graduating senior $3,000. So that was a pretty good chunk of change. So we're hoping to do that again this year.
Yeah. Is it the theater, somebody that's going into theater as a major that does?
Yeah, what we decided to do was to not minimize it. We didn't want someone to say that they were only going to be a theater major, but we wanted somebody that has really participated and enjoyed theater in high school. We asked them to write an essay about how theater has impacted their life at high school. I think the graduating senior that got it wasn't necessarily going to be studying theater as a major, but was definitely going to be involved in plays. So, and it could be a backstage person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a performer either. So, yeah. And then in the spring, we're going to be doing Arsenic and Old Lace, which is an old standby show that I think a lot of people will enjoy too.
Oh, good. Where can you get tickets?
You can get tickets online at wsplayers.net. There's also a phone number, 306-1442, if you want to just buy it the old-fashioned way with a check. But they do have to be bought, a week before the show. The show opens on December 1st. We have December 1st and 2nd, 8th and 9th. But they do have to be bought 4 or 5 days in advance at least, so that we can buy the right amount of food.
Right. So. What's on the menu?
On the menu, we have chicken marsala and pasta primavera and roasted vegetables and potatoes and Caesar salad. It's going to be good. And then dessert with my famous brownies, of course.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Worth it just for that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that sounds awesome, and I hope I can get to go. I can walk there from where I live, so I'm going to get there. The Washington Street Players always provide opportunities for us all to be entertained right here in Holliston, so I hope that everyone gets to the show. Wait, there is more entertainment in Holliston. Neighbors and friends gathered at the Historical Society barn for the 20th annual Oktoberfest. This occasion featured scrumptious German food, dancing to the Double Eagle Oktoberfest band, and even some Stein hoisting.
Hi, I'm Paul Solnier for Heartbeat of Holliston. We're here tonight at the 20th Oktoberfest at the Holliston Historical Society. Maybe you can hear the Pa band in the background. We're looking forward to having a real good time. Now let's go out and see what's going on. Here with B. Haight. She runs this organization. She runs this event as well as a few others. And tell us, how many years is this now?
This is the 20th year for the Oktoberfest. I've only been in charge of it for the past 3. Rick Brown and Joanne Brown really started this and managed it for many years. Yeah.
And I understand Rick Brown was a member. It's his brother is in the band?
Correct. Yeah, Bob Brown is a member of the band. That's how the Double Eagle Oktoberfest band comes every year. People really enjoy them, so they're always invited back.
And tell us, is this night's event a sellout?
Yes, it's a sellout. No tickets available at the door. I've had to turn some people away already.
Wow, and is that pretty usual?
It is pretty usual, yes. Yeah, people really look forward to it.
There's going to be all kinds of great events later on tonight, right? There's dancing with the stump.
There's dancing with the stump fiddle, and of course our meal of knockwurst and red cabbage and potato salad, and also for the vegetarians we have Käsespätzle, and then a dessert of apple crisp with whipped cream.
Well, that sounds like a great event. I'm sure the people that are listening are going to want to sign up next year. They have to sign up early to get a ticket?
Yes, we usually have tickets available for sale at Fisk, Superette, and Crafted, and it was Crafted where we bought the beer for tonight's event.
Okay, thanks very much for taking the time to talk with us. I know you're going to get back to work.
Thanks.
Take care.
Thanks, Paul. Bye-bye.
Take a look
Don't you just love that band? Oktoberfest is always a sellout and is another Holliston tradition.
Christa Preston and Kate Condon were our guests last fall, and they introduced us to their organization, Embrace Culture. Christa started this to create a world where all children with disabilities and their families are accepted and embraced. They work in Uganda with local partners using technology, education, and inclusion. This year, they brought a special guest from Uganda. Edith Lukawbe is the founder and director of Home of Hope Uganda. Let's meet her and hear her amazing and a little bit overwhelming story. Hello, this is Jeye with the Heartbeat of Holliston. I'm here today with Kate Condon and Christa Preston, co-founders of Embrace Culture, which is a nonprofit that raises money to aid persons with disabilities in Africa, and Mama Edith, our very special guest, who is the director and founder of Home for Hope in Jinja, Uganda, an orphanage for children with disabilities. I'm so happy to have all 3 of you here. It's truly, truly our pleasure. Yeah, so let's start off with just telling us a little bit of a background about Embrace Culture and how you started.
Yeah, so Kate and I are both Holliston High School alumni. Used to play a lot of softball together, and 4 or 5 years ago now, we both found ourselves in Uganda working with children with special needs, and seeing the state and the discrimination that they face, we were both incredibly touched by that, and got together and ended up deciding we were going to start a nonprofit based in Uganda. So we started Embrace Culture. So we started in schools, and then we kind of shifted to a community approach.
How did you happen to meet Mama Edith?
So Edith, I was actually taken to Edith's home when I was first looking into where we could set up the organization. I was talking with our local government, and the local government said, if you're going to work in disability, you have to know Edith and see the incredible work that she does. So we met, and I was very moved by what she was working on, and have been visiting her, and she's been a big part of my life and the Embrace Culture life ever since.
So I know that you're going to be giving a little talk at the fundraiser that's coming up. It's November 30th at the Crystal Room in Milford. This is the third year, I understand, and really have heard, I didn't go last time, I heard fantastic things about it. I hear it's really remarkable. And you're going to be giving a little talk, but can you just give us a little preview of what you're going to be talking about?
Yeah, what I'm going to be talking about. I myself am a mother of a child with severe special needs. My son had severe cerebral palsy, and through what I went through with my son, it really touched me of how I saw how children in Uganda are being treated and how they are called cursed and demon possessed, and this discourages parents so much because it discouraged me and it broke my heart, and that's how I developed more of loving children with special needs. I came up with taking care of them, those ones who are abandoned and neglected. So this, I always have to talk about it and encourage parents who have children with disabilities to love their children, take care of them, accept them as they are, and just to see that it's just a gift from God that these children are with them and they need to be loved. So this is what I do in Uganda, encourage parents to keep taking care of the children, to train them to exercise, to love them, and also for the world to get to know that these children really need support and they need to be supported. Because in Uganda it has not been a priority for our government to support these children. So this is what I'm talking about, of how people can come up, stand with us to support children with special needs in Africa, especially in Uganda.
So you not only take care of children at the orphanage, and how many children are there?
At the orphanage, I have 56 children with severe special needs, different types of
all different types of disabilities, and all different ages?
And all different ages, from 6 months to 26 years. The one I started with is now 26 years.
Oh my goodness.
But I started with her when she was still young. Yeah.
So you not only do that, but you go out into the community as well to work with the parents so that they can learn how to keep their children at home so that they don't end up in an orphanage. So you do some sort of
because
advocacy.
Like me myself, since I loved my son and I stood in to take care of my son, not as me as Edith, but me and my husband and his siblings, and I felt it was good that our son experienced the love of the family. He passed away 2 years back when he was 14 years of age, but he really experienced the love, and he went to be with the Lord when he was happy. And I felt that I can't take care of children just in the home who are abandoned, because it's really hard work and without support, like limited support. So I felt I should keep on encouraging parents, and that's why we decided to go to the community, and that is like our base of reaching out to the community, looking for parents who have children with disabilities, encouraging them to take care of their children, training them how to do exercise with their children, how to feed them, how to position them, and how to expose them to the community so that they don't feel like this is a curse in the family, because people use to just lock these children in the houses. They don't want to expose them, because the more the community found that you have a child with disability, that's the more they neglect you and they distant from you. You feel like, I don't have people to love me, and you just take that as, it's my child causing this. So we are trying to train the parents to expose their children to the community so that the community can accept that these children are also human beings. They need to be loved. And this is what we are doing. We give also medication to them for epilepsy, because there is a high stigma in Uganda towards people with epilepsy, thinking that when you associate with someone with epilepsy, it can easily affect you. And we are raising up the awareness of this, that it's not true. This is just sickness. When they're on medication, they feel better, well, go to school. And we also visit, do home visits, visiting parents. But we do it without them knowing. We just pop in when they don't even know, just to understand how, to get to know how this child is being treated in the home. And the main cause of these children being abandoned has been coming all the way from the fathers and the in-laws, as they were calling it a curse in the family. So we are trying to make it proper. That the blame is not on we parents, now women, but it's just a sickness which comes along for this child, and these children did not like to be what they are. So that's the awareness we are raising up in the community, see that we eliminate a number of children who are being abandoned, so that they can experience love with their parents and their siblings, because they need them.
They do, they do, and it's a long, long way to go, I know. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the fundraiser that's coming up.
Yeah, so we always love coming back to where our roots are in Holliston. I think a lot of what we do has been molded by where we grew up. So this will be our third fundraiser. So we really love coming back and letting everyone know what we're doing and just getting that support from Holliston. It's really special and important to us. So we're really excited to have Edith here from Uganda and Tony DeBlois again. He will be doing his amazing performance as he did last year. And we're excited to let everybody know how much we were able to do last year with the amazing fundraiser from Holliston, and how many lives were changed. Over almost 400 children's lives were changed, and in the community, just changing mentalities, creating ambassadors for the program and for people with disabilities. And it's just been incredible what our team in Uganda has been able to do with the funds from Holliston. And we're also excited to share that what we'll be able to do this year with the funds. We were able to secure land and funding already to open the very first community empowerment center in Entebbe, Uganda. So we're really, I have chills, excited for what the upcoming year will bring. And so we're happy to share everything and all of our plans for that. So it's a really exciting time, and we're really thrilled to be coming back to Holliston for the third annual fundraiser on November 30th.
Well, we are thrilled to have you.
Great.
And it's been so nice having you here on the show. Really our pleasure. Thank you all so much.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. So for the Heartbeat of Holliston, this is Ann Jeye. The Tony DeBlois benefit concert is November 30th at the Crystal Room in Milford. For more information and to purchase tickets, go to the website www.embraceculture.org. Thank you, Christa and Kate, for updating us on exactly how Holliston is having a big impact on the other side of the world and bringing us Edith's story.
The Water Street Mill was built in the late 1800s as a shoe factory. It's been repurposed as a successful commercial property and was featured on the America in Bloom walking tour. Every fall, the mill's resident and guest artists hold an open studio, where you can listen to local musicians, talk to the artists about their work, and enjoy and purchase from a wide variety of art media. Let's enjoy the talent.
I'm Naomi Deutscher, and I'm an artist at Holliston Mill, and I am part of the committee that runs the open studios every year. We have an open studios every fall around this time, and we have 22 artists this year. And we have many painters, we have jewelers and photographers. So we've had a really wonderful crowd this year. I think we're having people from more parts of Boston, and I think the art has become very, very high level here. What I think is great about this open studios as compared to many others, and I go to many of them, is that it's all in one building, and so you get to see the inside of an artist's studio, the workings of an artist, and also little galleries as each person is displaying their art. But it makes it really easy just walking up 3 flights of stairs and bringing your family and enjoying a day out in the fall.
That's our show for tonight, and we hope you enjoyed it as much as we liked bringing it to you. We remind viewers that you can watch Heartbeat of Holliston every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7:00 p.m. on Channel 8 on Comcast and Channel 32 on Verizon. The show's also televised at other times. Check the HCAT schedule.
There are many other ways to watch us. You can also watch us on any electronic device with video on demand at www.hcattv.org. Click on video to find us. We can now even stream video on your phone. Be sure to check our Facebook page and also subscribe to our YouTube page to join all the others who are watching Heartbeat on YouTube. If you don't get email blasts from HCAT TV, you can. We send out announcements when new shows are scheduled to air. Please contact us by email at office@hcattv.org or call 508-429-8979. With an email blast, you'll never miss a show you want to watch. One last note, we welcome your comments and ideas at hoh@hcattv.org. Good night, Chryso.
Good night, Ann. And good night, Holliston.